75 to 90% chance that the bottom is already in for Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm just gonna prove it to you in this video, okay? I'm gonna prove that the bottom is in for these two assets. Most likely, 75 to 90% chance. I'm gonna show you the only three things that could mess this up. There's always something that can mess it up. I want to talk about the only three things that matter. And then I'm going to show you secret data that no one knows about. Seriously, no one knows about this stuff. No one's talking about this. And if you know about this data, you have an advantage. You can make a lot of money. So you need to watch the whole video. And finally, a bonus at the end of the video, life-changing money in 2023. I'm not kidding. I have this one thing that I've been thinking about that is going to make someone a lot of life-changing money in 2023. It's definitely going to make me life-changing money. So stay till the end of the video if you want to see that. All right, I've got a banger for you guys. I'm not going to lie. This is one of my best videos I've made in a long time. So before we get started, smash the like button because I know you're going to get value from this. I promise you, you're going to love this. We're going to share this with one person. Share this with one person who wants to make some money. Holy crap. This market sucks right now. And I promise you this is going to give you an edge on the market. So share this with someone who needs to make money in crypto. And the last thing is I always have a link. This is not my video, obviously, but on my videos, I always have a link in the description. Check it out if you get value from this because I'm going to teach you how to make money. Okay, and it's very, very cheap. I'm not going to charge you $1 bazillion dollars. Just go watch the video on the page and check it out because I promise you, it's going to help you. It's going to help you make money. Okay, just check that out. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's just get started. Holy hell. I think the bottom is in. I think it's in. On November 11th, SBF filed FTX, the #3 crypto exchange in the world. One of the worst events in crypto history occurred on November 11th. Let me just reiterate. Let me say that louder for the people in the back. One of the worst things to ever happen to crypto happened on November 11th. They went bankrupt. They lost over $10 billion of real, they stole $10 billion from you, okay? From real people's money. This is one of the worst things ever. And you're probably like, what? How is that a good thing? It's a good thing because we bottomed out. We actually bottomed out about 10 days later. Everyone panicked for 10 days. Everyone thought the whole industry was going to go bankrupt. So it took 10 days. If you look at the chart, this is basically when we knew that SBF was going to be bankrupt, a couple days before he announced it. Then they announced it. We found one bottom here. Okay, so this is a classic double bottom. Bottom here. And then it took us 10 days of panicking. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, contagion, contagion. This was the contagion stage, okay? Oh my gosh, what's gonna break next? And then people were like, oh, maybe stuff isn't gonna break next. Double bottom, actual bottom. So one bottom, two bottom, boom. It's a classic double bottom. I'm not even a chart guy and I can see that. It's so freaking obvious. This is exactly what happens when you have big events like this. If we zoom out, guys, whenever you have a horrible thing happen, okay? Like right here, okay, this was Luna. Whenever you have Luna, a bad thing happen, you get the initial dump, then people like, oh, what's going to happen, okay? And then we end up bottoming out later, okay? And we actually bottomed out a lot sooner with Luna. It was much quicker. But it's just it's the same thing every time. I don't know why people do the opposite of what is logical. Whenever you have a really bad event, back here, this is when Elon was tweeting, that's really bad. When Elon said Bitcoin was bad, that's bad. But guess what happens? It ends up bottoming out at very close to the same price. It goes down and then it ends up bottoming out because there's nothing worse left to happen. That's the only way you need to think about this, okay? FTX was freaking bad, okay? You have to simplify things. You can't be like, oh, there's 5 million things to think about. There's only one thing to think about. FTX was really bad, okay? So you have to ask yourself, what is the percentage chance that something worse or a combination of things is worse than this, okay? Because that's what it's going to take. We're going to need something worse than FTX to happen to get us to lower prices. Is that likely? No. Hence, that's why 75 to 90% chance the bottom is already in. And if you don't think that, you're an idiot because there's a lot of other factors that are I'm going to show you the two things here real quick. The only two things that could mess this up. We have the FOMC meeting on December 13th. That's where this guy gets on the stage and talks about the money printer. I'm not worried about this. I talked about this in other videos. I think it's just going to be the same shit he's been saying for a long time. It's probably a good chance of it being bullish. However, if I'm wrong, we could go down on that day. The next one is December 13th. It's the CPI data. Very important. This is the only CPI data that I do not know what's going to happen. The rest of them, I know for sure what's going to happen. And I'm going to talk about that the rest of the video. So these two events, FOMC, the CPI, and then the earnings season. At the end of the year, we have the Q4 earnings for the stock market. I don't know what's going to happen with those. Those are the only three things that have the potential to derail us. But again, guys, the equation for me is very simple. I'm not trying to think of 400 different factors and whether my mom is bullish or bearish or all these stupid factors. You just need to simplify your thinking or you'll never make money, guys. I don't understand why people get so confused. Okay, there's only 3 big events coming. We have earnings coming, we have CPI coming, and we have the FOMC meeting. Okay, my question to you is, what is the percent chance? Okay, we have FTX that is bad. You see this? FTX was very bad. That is where the bottom is definitely, that's where the bottom's going to come from. The worst event ever. People capitulate when bad things happen. Duh. Okay, what's the percent chance that this next CPI print plus FOMC plus, what did I say? The earnings season is worse, earnings is worse than this? I don't know, very low percentage chance. And so if you know these things, you should be thinking, hey, the bottom's in, the bottom's in, the bottom's in, and oh, guess what? I have more data for you. Remember I said I have super secret data? Let's go back to my whiteboard. So we know the bottom's in, 75 to 90% chance. If you don't think that, you're an idiot. Okay, let's keep going. I proved you that. Now the second thing is the only 3 things that can mess this up. I just showed you the secret data that no one knows about, okay? And remember, I have a bonus at the end. This is gonna make you a lot of money, so stay around. Hold on. I don't know why I get so mad. I'm not mad at you guys. I really am not mad at you guys. I'm just mad at people that don't think logically, right? There's only a few things that really matter. You can always think of 1,000 things flying around your head and just be one of those people that freaks out about everything. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to your life and everything in life, there's only 1% of your choices that actually affect 99% of the outcomes, right? If you marry the right person, your life is going to be great, okay? If you move to a great place, your life is going to be great. If you have, I mean, literally like faith, family, and the place you live, if you get those 3 things correct, your whole life is going to be great. Am I wrong? Am I preaching to anyone out there? Smash the like button if I'm communicating to you through this camera. Okay, so you get those 3 things right. That's more important than 99% of your other decisions over here. It's the same thing with crypto. You got to stop thinking of, oh, he said this and he said this and oh, blah, blah, blah. You get too confused. I'm telling you, the only 3 big events coming up are earnings, CPI, and the Fed data, and the Fed meeting, FOMC. That's it. That's only 3 things. And are those things likely to be worse than FTX and give us a bottom? No, they're not. So we're going up. There you go. You're welcome. Okay, so now the data. The data that I'm talking about, this data that no one's talking about, what we're going to do is we're going to prove what I've been saying. Inflation is going to drop like a rock, an absolute rock from January to March, okay? You can just book it, almost guaranteed. It's simple math. I see few people talking about this. Strange. It seems wildly bullish in the short term. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go follow Hal Press. This guy's awesome. At North Rock LP, follow this guy. I've never met him in my life. Don't know him at all. Don't know him from Sam Hill, but he has been posting amazing stuff. Go follow him and tell him that I sent you, okay? Because everyone should just go blow this guy up because he's got the best shit. And he's saying exactly what I've been saying. Updated near-term CPI model, projecting inline print for December. So he said the same thing that I just said, which means that I'm not sure about the December CPI print, but that's the only one that I'm not sure about. But moderation below 2% normalized core CPI by March of 23. One area, okay, so basically he's saying that CPI is going to drop like a rock, like I've been saying from January to March, okay? And here's another video where I say it a million times. Go watch the rest of the videos on my channel. I'm not going to explain. I promise you, CPI is going to drop like a freaking rock early next year. And that's good for stocks, that's good for Bitcoin, that's good for Ethereum. There's no change in any of the data that I look at. All indications continue to support the view that inflation is rapidly moderating, rapidly going down, and likely will return to a 2% run rate by quarter 1 or quarter 2 of next year. Look at this. Used car prices are nuking. Used car prices are absolutely going through the floor. We also have housing prices. Again, go follow Hal Press. He's awesome. Housing rent cost. Single largest monthly decline in rents in the 5-year history of the survey. It's possible we see flat or even negative month-over-month readings at some point next year. Rents are nuking. Used car prices are nuking. The housing market is absolutely getting obliterated. Look at this. Look at this. The housing market is falling off a cliff in every verifiable metric. I think the reason some people think this is because they solely look at mega secular trends. In the short to medium term, the mechanical factors, the nuts and bolts of how CPI is calculated are much more powerful and will overwhelm any secular forces. He's saying exactly what I've been saying, guys. I've been telling you that it's simple math. It's simple math. It doesn't matter if CPI actually comes down or whatever. Just the way that it's calculated, it means that inflation is going to drop like a rock. And that is what he is saying right here. And that is, he's just confirming what I've been saying. Okay, oh shit, I just deleted a good one. Anyway, there was more data there. Now let's get on to are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the final, have you smashed the like button yet? Are you ready for the final make a shit ton of money in 2023 hack? Or here it is. Ethereum is going to probably flip Bitcoin in 2023. I hate to say it, all you whiny maximalists out there, but this dude's smart. He's been predicting everything very, very accurately, okay? And I tend to agree with what he's saying. And so what he's saying is there's a great percentage chance that at some point, 50% chance before the halving, that Ethereum flips Bitcoin. I do think if it's going to happen next year. And what do I mean by flip? Okay? What I mean by flip is that if you just go to CoinMarketCap, again, ignore this coin. It's just a bookmark. I don't know. I don't know what Ergo is, okay? Okay, flipping means that this market cap here will go up higher than this market cap. Okay, so Ethereum will be a bigger coin, a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. Why do I think this could happen in the next couple of years? Maybe next year. And it definitely accelerate towards it next year because it's deflationary. Ethereum right now, guys, and the narrative right now is that it's deflationary. It's not taking up any, there's no extra supply coming into the market. Supply and demand. Like if you compare Bitcoin and Ethereum very, very simply, again, I try to break stuff down, guys, into the simplest terms, right? Right now, Bitcoin still has supply coming onto the market. So we got supply and we got demand, okay? So Bitcoin still has new supply coming onto the market and demand is obviously down, right? Because of the bear market. Ethereum has no new supply, none, or even negative at some point. It's actually deflationary. And demand is down, yes, but it's down less. This is a smaller arrow, you see this? It's down less than this because of this. The supply and demand is totally skewed towards Ethereum right now, and plus it's being used more in like applications and stuff. I know Bitcoin is still a store of value and all that stuff. I still love Bitcoin. Go check out the links below if you don't believe me. I love Bitcoin. I do. I love it. However, for the next year, I think that Ethereum is going to be the move. I think that narrative of deflation and supply constriction is going to be huge, particularly in a bear market. Because in a bear market, what is important? Narrative. We need something to latch onto. We need some kind of narrative. Why is Ethereum going up so much? And I think that this deflationary narrative is going to be huge. And I think it's going to be massive especially once we get close. Imagine if Ethereum, just hypothetically, imagine if Ethereum starts to narrow this gap, right? If it gets close to flipping Bitcoin, what is everyone going to be talking about? Just think about it logically. Everyone on Twitter, everywhere you go, they're going to be talking about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. And that's just going to accelerate because there's going to be so many eyeballs on it, guys. So many eyeballs on it, and more people will buy it. They'll be like, holy shit, we're going to flip Bitcoin, and then it's just going to go up. So if you want to make wealth hack for 2023, there you have it. You should have a lot of confidence, in my opinion, that the bottom is already in. We got an 80% chance that the bottom is in. 80% chance the bottom equals in. Which means that you need to start accumulating crypto, like hurry up. And you have this deflationary Ethereum narrative where ETH is deflationary. So why wouldn't you start grabbing some? Because this is a safe coin. I mean, is Ethereum going to be here in 5-10 years, guys? Of course it is. Of course it is. It's already won. It's already the network effect is too strong. Are some of these other coins down here going to be here? I have no idea. They're too small. They could go to zero in 5 minutes. We already saw Luna go to zero. We already saw all these coins go to zero. Do I think that ETH could go to zero? No, I really don't. I think it's past the point of no return. I think it has too big of a network. It's used too much. The network effect is too big. That's like saying that Apple or Facebook or one of these huge companies could go to zero. It's just too big to fail. Does that make sense? Okay. And so when I'm doing that, I'm trying to pick the fastest horse between Ethereum and Bitcoin. And I think the fastest horse is obviously Ethereum. And also the biggest risk for Ethereum, thank you for staying till the end, ding, 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 bonus for you. The biggest risk for Ethereum that it would become a security just got eliminated today, okay? This is a former CFTC commissioner, okay? Commissioner of the CFTC. And he is saying 100 to 1 chance that this was a misquote or a misstatement because Michael Saylor is saying, oh, Ethereum is a security, blah, blah, blah. And this guy is saying 100 to 1 chance that this was a misquote. As I've said many times, there are ETH futures trading on CFTC-only exchanges. That makes the underlying a non-security. Putting a currently trading contract into legal jeopardy is not something that this or any other CFTC chair would do. So he is literally saying that Ethereum is not a security, that there's 100 to 1 chance, a 99.9% chance that Ethereum is not a security, and he used to be the chairman of the CFTC. So there you go, guys. Your biggest risk that Ethereum would not flip Bitcoin just got eliminated today, and nobody even knows about it. So you're welcome for giving you all of the golden nuggets. Smash the like button. Check out the link below in the description. I promise you it could change your life. Just watch the short video, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Bye.